Merry Christmas 2025. Merry Christmas to you all, guys. It's not long from now, a few weeks, I think about 2 weeks. So last year after Christmas, I packed everything back into my small cupboard there where I put a few of my bits that I use at home, things like hoover and stuff. And so I have my Christmas tree, my garland, and things that I use to decorate for Christmas. I used it last year, and so it's 2025 and we are now going to decorate our porch and our living room for Christmas. As you know, my living room is very small, not that big. I have a smaller house, so all these things I'm going to do are, for a small space. And so I hope this idea and decorating encourages you or give you some sort of idea to decorate your place. So this year I did not buy much. If you see my previous video, you will know that I bought a few bits from Temu, which I'm using to decorate into this year's Christmas stuff. So I'm going to also bring out a new video which it's about the tree decorating and the living room stuff. And before I go and do the outside, I had this lampshade I've bought over 6 months ago, I think even before even summer, and I never ever got the time, I don't know, maybe just lazy to put it up. So this time I decided to hang that lampshade before I forget to just make the whole place warm, especially with the weather. As you can see, the living room is still the same from autumn decorations, so I'm now about to change things over from autumn into winter and Christmas time. So just hanging that lampshade there. And today we have with me my son, who is going to help with the decoration. I wanted to drag him away from his phone and his computer and playing games and stuff, so he is going to help me in this decorating of the outside. I know he likes things like that when I involve him, so I know he will enjoy it. So finishing with that, this is how it looks. I like this lampshade which I got from the range. Also going to continue with the outside ones, and before I begin with the outside decoration, these are the things I'm going to use. A bit of things that are from last year, as I mentioned. I have this fish net also. I think chicken wire, sorry, that's the name, chicken wire, which I rolled up from last year. I used for the front porch as like a small garland, but this time we are going to make it bigger. Look like every year we try to do things bigger. Anyway, so this year we are going for a red theme. So this is my first time I'm actually going to put kind of a lot of red inside my decoration, so I hope it comes out well. So yeah, let's go on with it. Even my Christmas tree is going to have a lot of reds inside, which I'm looking forward to decorating. So we are going to decorate the front porch, as I mentioned earlier on, for 2025 Christmas. Sorry for that. So just selecting things that I'm going to use. These are some of the garland that I got off Temu, and I got some of them last year, which I used for my garland on the table there. And so I'm going to use some of them, half of it, and the remaining I'm going to use to decorate the living room. So I used only 2 of these. This one I'm holding, and the other one, they are like 2 of it. I use them for the outside because I don't want to add a lot, and I use natural branches which I bought off the garden center. It was about a set of 2 or so, or I think 2 or 3, yeah, which I put together to cut into tiny little pieces and decorate the front porch. The whole of the outside decoration cost me less than £20 because the only things I bought was those little natural branches, and those garland I bought from last year, so I did not buy anything else. And this chicken wire was also from last year, which was stuck in the small cupboard. So I opened it up and asking my son to help me to put it up. This is the tricky part because there is nowhere to put it up on the front side. So sticking it onto the small porch, as you can see there, that is the size it is. It's not big at all. A lot of the houses in the UK have these small kind of porches. So my house is a 2-bedroom house, and so just decorate the front with me, and let's see how boring it looks. So just trying to put some sort of color. I look at the street and I realize a lot of people are not really doing any decorations and stuff. People are just putting small lights and maybe small front wreath. Some of them are not doing anything at all. So I say, why not? I like Christmas, I like decorating, so why don't I put something up to just brighten up the whole place and make everything joyful. As we know, Christmas is for joy. Anyway, so just sticking those chicken wire up with one of those tacking kind of a push nail, the one you use your thumb to push. So not much a lot of work involved really. And as you can see, these branches are all natural, so I use scissors to cut them into tiny little pieces. And I was telling my son to put them in, just put them make sure they don't fall, just properly put them in, because the chicken wire is in a way that when you stuck the branches of this in, it will stick to it, it will hold upright. So Anyway, I told him what to do, and some of them he did not do well. I went to take them out again and I did it myself. As you can see, I tried to hold the chicken wire in the center there with a rope all the way into the top or the ceiling of the porch, so which made the garland a little bit more stronger, you know, holding and hanging on itself. So that is the only way I was able to do it. Maybe next year we can change and do something else. So putting the whole front, you know, bit of it all in to make it look much more fuller and thicker. So as you can see, my front has a bit of bush there, which is also helping a lot, because to the right side I will not need a lot of these branches, but the only side I will need a lot is the left side. So as you can see, I also have small 2 plants sitting in front there, which were from I think last year, but they seems to be dying as the weather changes into winter, autumn, winter. They seems to be dying. I hope they revive. The one on the right is always looking fresh, but the one on the left is always looking a bit of dead. I don't know if someone is trying to kill it or just the soil or something. I don't know. Maybe I have to read about how to revive it. Anyway, so still decorating the front porch. As you can see, it's coming together. It's taken a while. It took me about an hour and 30 minutes, I think, to decorate this bit. And I also did I got a front wreath for the door, which I'm going to put on. I think I did put on that one the next day, and my son took his phone, was trying to snap what I was doing. I was like, what are you doing, boy? He's just snapping to a friend. Anyway, so just continue. As you can see, the thing, as I said, the rope is holding it in the middle. So that's the only thing that is actually like holding the center of the garland, but it is actually strong the way it is. It's nailed from the ceiling all the way to down. So almost getting dark, and I'm going to leave it here and continue the next day, and it's almost getting really done really. And this is looking actually really good, all natural country looking style, because you know we don't have a big space, so we're just managing. And the next day I decided to put the little bits of colors inside. I put the ball, the red ones I had from last year. I had quite a few of these, really, about 3 or 4 of them. And I also bought these berries. Remember the one I did in my previous video from Temu finds, and that is the front wreath I put there. I'm going to put some little bit of belt that I got from Temu and other kind of bows, tiny bit tie onto it. And I'm going to change that mat. I ordered a mat which is not in yet, so that's why it's still looking like that. And anyway, one thing left is the light. We have this blinky kind of lights that we are going to put into the whole front door, so that in the night it will light up to make the whole place Christmassy. That's the whole point of Christmas light. Anyway, so just showing you a closer look of the front wreath. And as I said, I made this one by myself. I bought a lot of these bells and I wrap it all around this kind of thread, and I put that bow on it myself. I cut it all and just tied it up, and you know, that is it. Simple, nothing really much to spend to do all that myself. And as I said, it cost me less than £20 to put that, you know, garland or that you know, that decoration at the porch. And my big boy is here to help me to save the day, so he has come to do the, you know, lightening bit, and that is how it looks overnight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is anyway any idea to you that you can also try in your front, you know, not to cost you anything. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.